Good afternoon to all of you. So this is my second session of this apparel design FDP course. So Alpa, I am just to invite Ms. Alpa for continuation of the same topics, designing, principle of designing and apparel designs. And then she will follow these softwares normally used in these apparel sectors for designing CAD, CAM and CAD, especially computer aided designing and designing for the manufacturing CAM. So now I invite Ms. Apla Srivastava for the presentation.
Thank you, sir. Good afternoon, everyone. We were talking about the tools, design tools, and of course, and how we see trends, how we analyze trends, and then how we predict trends, micro trends, mega trends, fads. Uh, mm, should we discuss something and if there is any point which I have missed or you want me to continue to just have a recap of that?
Madam, can we have a quick recap what we have covered in the first session?
Yeah, sure. It was a long presentation, so I will be I will be fast, quite fast. And I will talk about the trends, mega trend, and how we do trend prediction, and what is the trend which is predicted post COVID or in 2021. Before that, I'll just quickly go through the whole presentation once again. I hope it is visible. My screen is visible, and am I audible?
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Okay. So quickly, I talked about elements of apparel design. And before that, I talked about generally about the elements of design. Elements of design, which is point, line, shape, form, texture, color, and how designers are using this unit building blocks, how designers are using visual and tactile textures, how designers are using basic shapes. um, and we saw the examples also from the RAM, Alexander McQueen's striped dress, or Alexander McQueen's patterns on the shirt, or how geometric shapes or forms are in a very raw forms, or basic form, not raw, basic forms Lady Gaga has used in her dress. And then we try to understand the properties of lines also. Whatever line we draw, when we draw a vertical line or a horizontal line, or diagonal, or a line on any particular angle, what kind of effect or impact is there? Then the curves, how the curves define softness or femininity, and how the straight lines and the straight edges show masculinity. Then we talked about textures, different types of textures, how the textiles are designed, the prints are developed, and the visual textures are used in that, and how tactile texture is used by different designers. So again, McQueen and Galliano, John Galliano collection. So there is a few examples from that. Then the whole color theory and color wheel, how the color combination is done, how we achieve combining primary colors, we get secondary and tertiary colors, and how the mood, according to the mood, the color combination is taken in designing. Then we talked about the principles of design, and we talked about balance, rhythm, proportion, emphasis, emotion, everything. And then we talked about Gestalt principle also, and the Gestalt's law of similarity, proximity, closure, and figure ground. Different types of balancing, asymmetric, symmetric balance, and how designers are using in clothing, in designing, balancing. Then other principles of design, rhythm and proportion. Then I was talking about Gestalt's principle, how this whole our brain perceives the small things in small unit as a whole, not a single unit. And the artworks or used by Vasily Kandinsky or Piet Mondrian uses elements of design and created masterpieces. Then we talked about the next principle, which is emotion, and how important is concept note, and how important is emotion and expression of emotion, and then presentation of emotion in the right words, in the right through right visuals. And then there was a case study also. How beautifully the case study was, how beautiful the concept note was prepared for the birds collection. Then discussed body types. What are the different body types, and the silhouettes according to body types. And if we have to change if we have to just pretend to look different, what style lines we should use, and what kind of garments we should use. And then understanding the language of clothing. So for that, we need to understand the vocabulary. We need to understand the evolution of clothing, history, how small elements or small pattern or design or color gives the changes, uh, gives the status in the society, how royalty uses particular color, how the pattern on royal sleeves or on a royal stola or toga describe the status in the society, and how important is to understand costumes of different places before starting to design for any place or any region. Then understanding the clothing styles, and how the environment or the other factors of the society influence people to wear certain kind of clothes. Uh, how the particular design element or an element garment element of our clothing uh, gives a grandeur, authoritative look, and how this were used. Similarly, the French farthingales, and how they pronounce the sexual appeal or in both the sexes, and there are other examples also for that. Then design process, how to start designing when we know about the principles and elements of the design. So it all starts with keywords and brainstorming. It can be start from a visual, and then can be brainstormed, or it can be brainstormed and then the visuals can come according to that keywords. Mm, then once the inspiration is ready, or inspiration board is ready, or we have the keywords, how we design, how we make a consumer mood portrait. So consumer mood portrait can be a narration, it can be in the it can be in the form of phrase, or it can be just through visual. It can be a board, or it can be a text paragraph, or a phrase, or a line, or a narration. Then the mood board talks a lot about everything. Mood board talks about the mood, it talks about silhouette, it talks about the color, it talks everything. And mood board is the Bible, or we can say the most important book for our designing collection. So sometimes the mood board is designed by the designer, or sometimes other it is received from buyer or buying house, and then it is analyzed, and then the other boards are created based on this the image or board. Then again, sometimes text is so powerful that you can visualize the whole collection, or the visual with the text with the narration is also created for color story, or for boards, other fabric boards. So based on that, then the fabric or trims or other board is designed. Once the boards are ready, then the whole ideation of silhouette and detail of designing happens. And then before that, we should be aware of all the terminologies or vernacular of this industry, so that the designer understands the buyer, or the buying houses, or the inspiration taken in the mood board. So uh, example was just from collar, how important is to understand the different types of collar, when this started, how it started, what kind of fabric were used, who were you wearing those kind of collars, or any other garment. So there were examples from history. Uh, then there was this the whole concept of cravat started, and it was just a fabric, and there were knotting, and knotting was done in different ways. So when this different style of knotting started, the people used to get the guidelines how to wear the particular kind of cravat, how to tie it. So this was that, and then different types of coats and jackets. How this Bandgale ka Achkan or Sherwani became Mandarin collar and or band collar, and Nehru jacket started. The mouse suits. People still wear mouse suit. Then the doublet from Renaissance period. It was a kind of coat. Then when we have to design an orek or parka or a moti, how we should know about these these designs before starting the collection as a designer. This is very important tool. Then the whole stomacher and zoot suit, or letterman jacket. Example, why this hobble skirt, why this particular style of skirt became popular in that era. Then how the whole trickle up also happens in this trend industry. The Ralph Lauren brought this Paris skirt to the ramp, and this became couture from the country, say from countryside. Rara skirt and shabs who love just Burberry. So all these are important terminologies and important vernacular to understand. And this is again an important tool where when before we go and directly design, we should know all this. Then one important tool is trend, and we should know about the trend, present trend, past trend, and then we should be able to predict trend. So we should know what is trend. So trends are trends can be fad, it can be micro trend, macro trend, and mega trend. So trends are generally, trend gives a visual direction in which fashion is going to move. So fashion is there are some styles which is in fashion. What are they going to be in fashion for next 5 years, or they're going to change, or if they're going to change, what and what next will come? So for this we need to do trend study. So this was just an example from cultural trend study. And uh, we talked about fads, that selfie is a fad, or manscaping was a fad, cash mob was a fad, oversized homes were fad, house flipping was fad. Then fad comes and goes in very short period of time. But micro and if someone is and wants to encash fad, then he has to be really quick and he has to float the things in the market uh, immediately. Once the trend is observed, and if the trend, if it is a fad, then within few weeks the collections should be ready and it should be circulated in the market, so that it is sells immediately and you get benefited. Whereas in micro trends are little for a longer period of time. There are more people who are who will use and get affected, influence from this micro trend. There are people who are with this micro, because of this micro trend. If you follow micro trend, this means this is going to stay for 2 to 3 years. And if you are designing something or bringing something to the market, you have enough time to wait and for the sales. So there are some cultural trends, micro trends. Marc Jacobs Kale dress, which talked about gender bending, which is very 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 important trend these days. This gender bending. Then being informal is an again micro trend, and then we talked about the macro trend. Macro trend is trends which are there for 5 years or more than 5 years, for 10 years. And then these trends affect larger people, larger population. So we talked about the recreation is a macro trend. People are traveling and people want to spend more on traveling. So if someone wants to, that's why we can see the wildcraft and all these labels coming in vogue, and they are doing good also. So because they are seeing that macro trend, recreation is going to stay. It is a macro trend and it is going to stay for next 10 years or 15 years. And so, and this is trickle down to lower middle class and lower class population also. So you will find this type of clothing line or product line in different brands. Similarly, health monitoring is a macro trend. People are becoming more and more aware. They want these kind of apps, and they want to be healthy and to monitor their health. So this is also a macro trend. Then gender fluidity, sexuality, obviously it's a macro trend. And then millennial parents, they are also the requirement of millennial parents. They are not like traditional or conventional parents. The millennial parents are different from traditional parents. So it's a macro trend. Fluent spaces, people want fluent spaces. They want to change space. They want a more spacious place, but they want to use different ways to use the same space. So this is another trend. Then evolving education, online education, education through app, virtual education, mediums to use education for education. This is again a macro trend. So this was the session about elements and principles. We are just left with mega trends, and after that I will talk about softwares. Softwares are not my forte. I'm just going to mention what all softwares are used in designing. We cannot be masters of all the softwares. We can only learn whatever is required in our field, like in let's say in layout design we need Corel or Illustrator or InDesign. So we can learn one or two softwares. But yes, what all softwares are used, because softwares are are integral part of, or we can say, an important design tool. So we will, after this mega trend, we will discuss about software used in fashion industry, and then I will just give an example how how PromoStreal or any other forecasting is analyzed and understood, and how the collection is designed based on the how designers have designed collection taking inspiration from forecasting. So should I go ahead with megatrends? Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so I will talk about megatrends. So place matter more in 2010 than it did in 2000. This means in 2000, people were just traveling far. They were traveling more. They were not looking at the places nearby. But in 2010, we can see the people have less travel less. This is American data, but yes, place became more important, not how many miles you have traveled. So this was important. Now this was mega trend. What do you do versus where do you live? So what do you do means it was important. What do you do? But this mega trend has become important. Where do you live? Because you are working from home. There is a culture of online this thing. So where do you live has become important. People are moving to their farmhouses. People are moving to their ancestral homes, and people are going to serene places. And they are they are working from home. They what has become important? Where do you live instead of what do you do? Then the mega trend is again moving out and moving up. That was the trend in 20th century. This 21st century dream has become put down deeper roots. So as I talked in the earlier slide, the people are going towards their ancestral home. They are going towards organic farming. They are going towards their hometown instead of going towards metro. Then there is this mega trend, the end of majority. And into 20th century, majority, whatever majority was wanted, this used to happen. Now into this is a mega trend that we have the world has started listening to the minorities, especially cultural minorities. So the place is becoming a combination or amalgamation of small cultural minorities. Then the mass mingling is another trend. We were considering that most of the people are interacting online. so they will not like to meet offline. So the whole concept of mass mingling has started. People are inviting people. They want to meet people in gathering. They want to go with their friends and families. So mass mingling is the new trend. Instead of meeting online, people will prefer to meet offline. So the new concept is developed, that is called maturalism. Maturalism is actually been there, done that, seen lots of online universe. Now uh, everything is seen, everything is experienced. So people have become mature and they know what exactly they want. No more exotic flavor. We want to go back to our native, and we are mature enough. Whatever we decide, we want that, not according to the trend. New interesting thing is transparency. It was happening from last 2 decades everywhere. In fact, government was also pressurized to give information, right to information, RTI, and all these things. There was an interesting ad made by this Air New Zealand, and this was about transparency. And this is just an ad, it's a depiction that we are going towards a transparent world where transparency will be the most important trend. So based on this trend, based on all these fads, micro, macro, and mega trends, the whole compilation is that the next, probably the next trends will be, it can be micro, it can be macro, it can be mega, or it can be just fad. But individual empowerment will become very, very important. Diffusion of power is going to happen. Uh, a combination of widespread aging, falling fertility, and will lead to dramatically different world into 2030. More focused, older and much more focused on still life, and innovation and output will be slower, because the younger population are aging, and there will be value for celebration of local talent, and as we have started using encouraging local craft. So the more local talent will become celebrity. From minimalism, people will go to maximalism, because minimalism was a mega trend in last 50 years or 60 years. So more of clutter, more of basically maximalism. People will go towards maximalism. So these are just mm, indicators that this might happen till 2030. And now, how the promo steel is read. These are the four blanket topics of promo steel forecast, like alliances, interior, phenomenon, and easy. So alliances has certain keywords, and based on these keywords like minimalism, art craft, neo weaving, there is some directions for colors also, for silhouette also, and based on this, the designers are designing collection. Say, the alliances have four sub themes, and those four sub themes are have different keywords. They have different color palettes, and they have different indicators. And based on this, uh, taking one same sub theme as inspiration, one sub theme can be for travel accessories, other sub theme can be for casual, sporty, or something. Collections are designed. So alliances have pristine rustics. Then they have get rhythm, status, and distinctive chic. So these sub themes, any one of the sub themes or just one element of the sub theme is taken as inspiration by the designer, and the collection is designed. Similarly, second theme is interiors, and interiors talks about different. These are the different silhouettes. It talks about certain colors. It talks about the upholstery, interiors in lifestyle. So basically 3D printing and weaving, stripes, all these things, and the collections is designed. And then they have sub themes also: weave it up or brocade forever, and wildflowers. So this is the third theme similarly, uh, and the indicators and how the collections are designed based geomorphing variation are designed based on this. This is just an example from Promosteel, how designers have used the themes and sub themes from Promosteel to design collection. Hmm. So this was just an example from Promosteel, how designers take inspiration. Now coming to softwares, I will talk about the fashion design software and apparel manufacturing software, and general design softwares used by designers. So before that, um, okay, so my this part is finished. Now, just a brief about the design software. Anything you would like to repeat or discuss? Sorry. Yes. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, should I go further? Should I proceed, or any question? Okay. So, I will continue. The design softwares. Uh, why first thing? Why do we use design software? So CAD or CAM. So CAD or CAM is basically we use to make sketches, illustrations, or croquis, we can say, to design garments. We can drape garments. We can use actual textiles and drape on the croquis or illustration. To design artwork, we can develop print, we can develop weaves, or we can develop knitted fabric, or it is used to design products also, like accessories or footwear. Then there are design which is done on 2D surface, like posters, brochure, logos, and all these. So kind of designers, they use softwares, and it's a very very important tool for a designer to uh, illustrate and communicate their vision, and just to render their work and see how it is going to look in real life. So who uses this design software? Almost fashion labels, design houses, they use. Fashion designers use. Students, obviously, they use. Merchandise, there is special software for merchandising. They use that. Then there are for textile designing. There are softwares, and textile designers use software. Knitwear designers use special design softwares, and they specialized machines for integral knitting and all these. Then apparel manufacturers, obviously, they use. Apart from this garment industry, print or ad makers or editorial or graphic designers, they also use design software. There are some common softwares and there are specialized softwares also. So in this plus for movie editing, for stage design and backdrop design, for fashion and lifestyle accessory design. For all these design softwares are used. Now coming to Corel Draw, coming to the basic drawing. So basic drawing we use in Corel Draw. We use Corel Draw to develop illustrations. We can develop print. We can develop logos or other things also. Apart from that, we can develop prints also, or textile related designs also in Corel Draw. Then there is Adobe Illustrator. Adobe Illustrator is used to design your spec sheets. It can be used to design any graphics if it needs to be printed. Apart from that, it can be on Adobe Illustrator you can use print or web. Or for any print or any graphics for web or app or for video or animation. So Adobe Illustrator is used in for developing especially garment design and print on that on your spec sheets. Then Adobe Photoshop, which is an image editing software. Image editing software it works on using pixels. So if you have to use the real size image, then only you should use Adobe Photoshop. If you will enlarge it, it will not work. But if you want to merge images, if you want to use it for editing your photographs, if you want touch-ups or for infographics, this Adobe Photoshop can be used. So these are basic software. Any designer from any branch of design, they use these three softwares, which is called Corel Draw or Illustrator and Photoshop. Now coming to your specialized branch, textile design softwares, which I know is Design Adobe or Adobe Illustrator or Vivid, plus NetGraphics. NetGraphics has everything. NetGraphics is used for print design, Adobe, Weave design, Jacquard design, simulation of design fabric, flat simulation, as well as for product simulation. So mostly NetGraphics is used. Apart from that, there are other softwares also, which is Penelope or PointCare or Arhan or Galicia or WeaveDreamer. So Penelope has very good module for Adobe design and flat simulation. Arhan has again all the models to net graphics, means prints, wovens, and nets, coloring, calibration, and merchandising also can be done. DG Bunai provide handlooms and textile designing, and Galicia is specially used for carpet. Now coming to your knitwear software. So knitwear software, like again, knitted designs are made on Adobe Illustrator or Knit Design Studio, Sweater Maker, Knitting Wizard, and Knitbird, and Envision Unit. But there are specialized machines from different brands like Shima Seiki, SDS, One Apex. This provides a 3D virtual sample, complete sample, and this can be connected to production, connected to machine production, and digitalization of communication also. So production plus merchandising both can be handled in this Shimaseki. Similarly, for integral needle, the machine stalled by Karl May. This also provides solution for complete designing to final production, and this, especially the software intelligence has they have softwares for connective pattern software M plus and production planning system and grading for knitting system. Uh, then when we come to designing garment and apparel production, the softwares which is generally used is Clo 3D, CDesign, TukaCAD, Lectra, and Adobe Illustrator and CorelDRAW. So Clo 3D is used for 3D modeling, and the whole body scanning is done, and the garments can be draped, the prints can be seen, and all kind of 3D modeling is can be done on this software. So Clo provides 2D pattern pieces plus 3D modeling or 3D costume. And most of the fast fashion designers are using Clo 3D these days. CDesign is a clothing design software that throughout the garment creation process, mostly merchandising. Obviously, designers use it, but this is a This is very helpful for merchandisers. Uh, Lectra had special this software, and this provides a realistic simulation of printed woven and knit textile. And this gives an accurate technical scale, and the whole 3D again the prints can be developed on this. So these are the softwares used for designing. Then the TukaCAD is used for apparel pattern making, grading, and market by production, apparel production department. So basically, these are the softwares I am aware of in fashion design, in garment industry, or for designing. Not, I don't have much information about these things, but yes, this much I can tell you that these are the softwares currently garment industry and fashion industry is using, and this is a very, very important tool for designing. Thank you so much. If someone wants to ask something.
Participants are requested to ask a question to Apla Srivastava. Any questions on design and software?
Yes. Hello, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Can you hear me? Shall I ask? Hello?
Dr. Krishna, we can hear you.
Okay, ma'am. I would just like to ask if there is any open source software available for apparel design.
For designing garments?
Yeah.
Yes, there are many softwares, but currently what I want to say that the students or campus, especially NIFT campus, is using this. Otherwise, there are many other softwares.
Could you suggest anyone good open source software for the same?
You want to know any other software?
Open source. I know. Which we don't really require any license, maybe.
I'm not able to hear you properly.
Your voice is not clear, ma'am.
Hello, ma'am. Hello.
She is asking if there is an open source software available where you don't have to buy a license.
That I cannot, I don't know.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
I can.
Ma'am, may I ask a question, ma'am?
Yes, sure.
Ma'am, you spoke about forecasting agency
Yes.
like WGN and they have catalog. Can you
Yeah.
share few more websites about forecasting agency, ma'am? Any other
Yes.
forecasting agency which are in trend, which are in peak now?
Yes, but they are paid website. You have to take subscription, and mostly libraries they take subscription because they're subscription or industries. There is Promosteel, there is Carlin, there WGation is for B2B. But there are other Collegioni is B2C, Promosteel is B2C. Then there are Doniger or Fashion Snoop, and there is other trend. There is other small agencies like Trend Spot and all these. But yes, the best is Promosteel, WGSN, Collegioni, Peckler Paris. These are 4, 5, 6 best forecasters.
Ma'am, you mind typing on the message list so that I can have a look at that website because you're going as the pronunciation is not clear for me. Could you type in the chat box?
Yes, sure.
Any more question from anybody?
Hello, good afternoon, sir. Am I audible, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, this is Dr. Kandavadivu from PhD College of Technology. Ma'am, these forecasting agencies like WGSN and Promostyle,
Again, you are also not audible. Your voice is not clear.
not clear. Just
Yeah.
just a minute. Ma'am, am I audible now? Am I audible? Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, this micro and macro trends, WGSN will be coming out with some micro and macro trends. At the same time, Promostyle. Whether there is any difference between these two agencies, whether it will be similar or it will be different.
The macro and micro trends or mega trends?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, that depends. Again, the mega trends we have to see for a longer time, and the mega trends will include all the trends. If we are talking about mega trends, which is going to be there for 50 years or 30 years or 40 years, this will have many macro trends and micro trends in that.
My doubt is if we are following WGSN or Promostyle, will they come out with different types of trends or will there be any similarity? Because we have not used both, but you have a chance to use both, ma'am. So that is why I am asking, is there will be any difference or it will be similar?
Ma'am, I am not understanding, ma'am. The voice is not clear.
Okay. Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Ma'am, could you please share the forecasting agencies, name of the forecasting agencies in the chat
Yes,
box,
I
ma'am?
am typing.
Hello, ma'am. Ma'am, I need to ask, ma'am.
Dr. Parveen, you mute your microphone. Ask a question by Priyadarshini.
Ma'am, am I audible?
Yes, now I can hear.
Yes, ma'am. What would be the perfect example to categorize the micro and macro trends, ma'am?
Perfect example.
Example,
Perfect way.
yes.
Perfect way to. Uh, when depends on actually on time period, how much time the trend is going to be there or be there, and how many people are getting affected or using that particular trend, that will define your micro and macro.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
So any more question from any participant? Have you any question for Apla Srivastava? Any questions?
Hello. मैडम प्लीज गैस्टाल्ट थ्योरी है, आप एक्सप्लेन कर दो थोड़ा सा गैस्टाल्ट थ्योरी के बारे में.
हाँ, गेस्टाल्ट थ्योरी जो है वो बेसिकली साइकोलॉजी का थ्योरी है. इसमें ऐसा होता है कि जब हम बहुत सारे छोटे छोटे एलिमेंट्स को देखते हैं किसी एक बड़े सरफेस पे, तो आई परसीव्स इट एज अ सिंगल यूनिट. ऐसा नहीं है कि अगर हमने 10 छोटे छोटे बॉक्सेस देखे तो हमने उसको एक क्यूब के फॉर्म में देखा, तो हम उसे छोटे छोटे क्यूब्स के फॉर्म में देखेंगे, छोटे छोटे बॉक्स देखेंगे. वी विल आवर आई विल परसीव इट एज अ बॉक्स, एज अ ब्लॉक और एज अ क्यूब. तो वो उसको हम जेस्टॉल प्रिंसिपल कहते हैं कि आपने पेपर पे तो कुछ और दिखाया, बट द आई इज परसीविंग इट एज अ होल. तो हमने जो लोगोस अगर आपने लोगोस पे ध्यान दिया होगा, दिस वाज अबाउट प्रॉक्सिमिटी एंड सिमिलैरिटी. देन देयर इज अनदर थ्योरी व्हिच इज कॉल्ड क्लोजर, जिसमें आपने लाइन बनाई और उस लाइन को आपने कंप्लीट नहीं किए, पर आपकी आईज जो है उसको एक कंप्लीट सर्कल या एक कंप्लीट क्लोज्ड वो एंटिटी परसीव करती है. तो दैट इज जेस्टॉल व्हिच इज कॉल्ड लॉ ऑफ क्लोजर. Then there is another example of this which is figure ground, or you can say positive, negative.
Good afternoon to everyone.
Sorry. फिगर ग्राउंड इसमें ये होता है कि आपकी आईज खुद ही डिफरेंशिएट कर लेती है कि क्या बैकग्राउंड है और क्या फोरग्राउंड है. Stall's principle. And then there is law of continuance, which is continuous. अगर वो किसी लाइन पे हो, किसी एक स्टाइल हो, तो वो आई करती है कि वो कंटिन्यूअस है. दैट इज कॉल्ड जेस्चर.
Ma'am, sorry for interrupting.
Yes.
Ma'am, if the questions are discussed in English, it would be in better understanding, please.
But I have already discussed it in English. Somebody asked me in Hindi, that's why I replied in Hindi.
So same doubts, we need not repeat if we could understand the questions, because I also had the same questions with you, but in between it was in Hindi, so I couldn't get the point.
Okay. So I had initially explained it in English only. Right now the person who is asking was asking Hindi. That's why I answered in Hindi. I will repeat. Yeah. You want me to repeat this?
Okay, ma'am. Please, ma'am, because I too had the same doubt. So.
Okay. So, Gestalt is basically a school of from theory from School of Psychology, and this talks about the image which is there on a surface and what our eye perceives, the relationship between the visual and our eye. So how our mind and eye perceives visual that comes in Gestalt psychology, and this has certain rules, and following these rules we design or we can create anything, and the whole world is based on these design. So there are 4 or 5 laws in Gestalt psychology. That law says that when small units or small blocks are put together, our eye perceives it as a single object. Our eye takes it as a complete. The Gestalt says that small separate units is if kept in proximity or together, it is perceived as one object. So the whole is always bigger than the sum of small. This is Gestall's principle, and there are different laws like law of continuous emission talks about the small things we kept in particular design. Uh, if there is a break also, there is gap also. Our eye perceives it as continuous. Then there is law of closure. Law of closure says that there are lines which if there are lines in a circle and it's not closed, there is broken lines, but our eye perceived is a complete circle. So this is called closure. Our eye or our brain completes the circle. Similarly, there is law of figure ground or foreground background or positive negative, in which our eyes perceive it as foreground and background. It separates foreground from background. So the object and the space is differentiated by our eye. So this whole how our eyes or brain perceives the image, even if it is broken or even if it is not an object just kept together, is will come in your Gestalt.
Ma'am, I have an example. Can I share?
Thanks, ma'am.
Hello.
Yes.
Hello, ma'am. I have an example.
Yes.
Ma'am, people used to say, no, thin, those who are looking thin, if they wear striped dresses across horizontal striped dresses may look fat. And those who are fat should wear vertical striped dresses so that they look slim. So this is a kind of Gestalt theory.
This will not come in Gestalt theory. This is understanding the quality of line, the property of line, or obviously vertical line. When you see the vertical lines, it gives you appearance of length. You feel taller, and that's why people prefer wearing vertical stripes. And horizontal stripe gives you a feeling of width. That's why they feel fat or broad when they wear.
But the mix of stripes to different sizes of people. For slim people, it is recommended to have horizontal stripes. For fat people, recommended to have vertical stripes. That applies the psychology.
If fat people want to look more fat, they should wear horizontal. If they want to look fit, they should wear vertical.
That's what they should. If they want to look opposite, they have to wear opposite. That is the psychology behind it. I am a psychology professor, so that will be applied in our subject. That's why I'm saying.
Disturbance. Yeah,
Ma'am, I have another question, ma'am. In down south, you can see we are using mostly this WGSN. WGSN for forecasting.
Right.
So other forecasting agency like PromoStyle, Carlin, and TrendSpots and all these things are same. We give the results same or it will differ, ma'am.
WGSN is mostly used in the industries because, as I told you, it is B2B. We can use WGSN. It's not like we cannot use. We can use, but manufacturers and traders and retailers, they are using WGSN. So WGSN is considered perfect for this industry, garment industry. But when it comes to couture design or designers, they prefer Promostyle because Promostyle has more information from Parisian ramp and from Paris, French designers and French design houses. Their surveys they mostly based on French or you can say European design houses. So Indian designers or designers from anywhere from the world, they prefer promotion. Whereas manufacturers, exporters, retailers, they use WPSN. But the result, the stories are not same. The stories are different. So when you will go to the store, you will find Manish Malhotra's collections or colors will be totally different from you if you go to buy Zara or Bershka or any other brand.
Any more questions?
Uh, I someone was asking the names of the forecasting agencies. So there are obviously WCSN, Promostate, Starlink, College Journey is the 4-5 best forecasting agencies. But the forecasting is done by Transport and WWB, um, and forecasting is done by style.com also. There is Doniger also, and there is Fashion Snoop and small forecasting agencies also.
Thanks, ma'am.
Welcome.
Dr. Chaudhary, how will the attendance and assessment be done?
What is the question, ma'am? Again, repeat.
How will the attendance and assessment be done?
Attendance, I have already taken the attendance online during the presentation, during the lectures. And second is the assessment. I will take a small objective type test, multiple choice test on this 5th February at this 4 to 4:30 p.m. at the last of the presentation.
Okay, so every day there will be assessment?
Yes, ma'am. So thank you to everyone for the participation. And thank you, a special thanks to Miss Apla Srivastava for nice presentation, very informative presentation given on this principle of apparel design and also design and followed by this software used in this designing of the apparels. So again, thanks to Apla Srivastava and thanks to all participants. And tomorrow we will meet at this 9:30 at the first session of the FDB course.
Sir, 1 minute.
Thank you, sir.
Chaudhary sir.
Huh.
Daily you are going to conduct test or what? I don't know. Then
What is
today's
your-
test?
So does the assessment gets conducted on daily basis or only on 5th?
5th day.
No,
5th day evening?
Assessment that will be done only on 5th day through the there will be one test at the last day of this FDP course on 5th February at 4 to 4:30 p.m. for half an hour, multiple choice questions, and we will just to insert all the question from your presentation from this 14 lectures.
Okay, sir. Okay, thank you.
So all are advised to listen and involving in the each and every presentation of the course, because the questions that will be prepared on the basis of this presentation, all presentation. Okay, thank you all.
Thank you, sir.
Tomorrow we will meet at 9:30 sharp for the next presentation.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Bye.
So I'm going to close this platform for the meeting.
Thank you, sir.